Alright guys, we're back. As you can see, Miro is tired of waiting. We're going to continue on with the story. There could be a frankly concerning number of schizophrenic people in Eorzea, and everyone just completely believes them when they say, this higher being is talking to me. It's entirely possible. Miro's just been fooling them this whole time. She just happens to be a good fighter. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiation than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home's at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes at something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Committed to the cause. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, must have needs to return to Rising Sun and make our report to the antecedent. Why? I can call her. I have a link shell. Okay. Sure. Sure, we'll go with that.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Scions shall stand for the defense of Ishgard, and by Scions I mean Mara. Volunteer Dragon Slayers. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Did the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to the Ishgard's cause? Our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. As for you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Remnant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthis. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray, brief slapwood on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught might the wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest a gift to Tario accompany you? She is a talented for administration and a firm grasp on the practical challenges we may encounter. Okay. There's a good chance we're not getting through to Heaven's Ward today, guys. Just because I know what's coming up and what it has been added to the MSQ. Though I am interested to see how they added it to the MSQ. We are rather close to Kurthis, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Miro. I have 101 things to discuss with Slapborn. How do I feel knowing that Tataru has contributed more than most of the Scions? I like Tataru. Tataru, what she does for us, like you're aware of, like you can see the the benefits of what she does behind the scenes. Like you know she's not going out and doing things and then having no. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthis, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding a room for an infirmary as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of the more capable colleagues on your behalf. And you might try your luck here in Revenant Soul. I dare say there are a few souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Alright, so the first one we're going to speak to is Bob Dole. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Can we? Can we not? We're probably going to have to talk to this adventurer over here. He's accomplished. He doesn't even have a name, but she's accomplished, sorry. And she's using a kipple. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Hey there, Ariel. What's going on, bud? Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I want to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to the scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Willard was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed them all. But that ain't all. Around the time Willard stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and a steady pay. Now, compared to the most others in this crew, Wilward's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves, and the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me something queer he'd noticed up in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Any road. I've got a ward. You've got a ward wage, so I'll let you get on it. I just thought someone should know, and that someone should be you, Mira. I like Rael. He's a good dude. Alright. Over here we have an adventurous frontier hand. And look at this outfit he's got. He's ready to go. He's got a twig. Oh, wait, no. His staff has a face on it and little arms. That's kind of cute. So Ishgard seeks Celsals to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? What a thinly veiled no that was. Angular adventure. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I did not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Okay, well, you know, I respect him. He straight up just said no. Austere adventure. This guy's got an axe. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody Aki did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Alright, this guy seems down. You don't respect him? Hey, that's cool. I get it. That's fine. Would you at least sleep with him? Hey there, Tataru. There you are, Miro. So, did you sway any hearts? One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slackborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant Soul veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. An allied perspective. Oh, I've been so caught up with the creative, I almost forgot. There's been word from Alpha now. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah. You'll be late. Alpha said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. Because of course they want my presence. Why would they? They can't do this without me there. I don't know why I have to be there. Oh, just an NPC. They didn't even have a name. They were just Angular Adventurer. Why the fuck are they meeting in Ul'dah when Gridania is closer? They like the chairs in Ul'dah better. There's cushions on them. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. No, you don't mean that. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience had prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Again, I don't know why my character has to be here for this.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Brave's intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes, the free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Alright, we're back. Hello. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Horshappant and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as the Eorzean's guardians. Captain Ilbert, what news? Then the assault has begun? We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons along with the knights and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Miro, I have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to see Sir Marceline at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Okay, so, as I said in the chat there, that conversation that you just heard with the Alliance leaders, what they're saying makes sense, right? Like, they want to put their people first. I get it. But it's also the precursors to why I hate the Alliance leaders so much. We are going to the Steps of Faith, and you are going to see who we are going to fight. Alright, Bob Dole, let's go. We're going to speak with Marceline at the Gates of Judgment. It's Batman. Hey, dude. You are the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, the Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I have assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper, so the wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. Oh yeah, of course, sure. Marceline, the Vampire Queen? Nah. Would you date a vampire, though? And if yes, what if her name was Steve? Hey, look, it's Ishgard. Hey, look, Dravanians. Alright, let's do this. Feels like one time. I'm not saying that they didn't have good reasons for their actions, but you haven't seen all of it yet. I'm okay with them denying their forces. That does not bug me. Well, it bugs me a little, but their reasoning makes sense. At the very least. Are you gonna make me fly all the way to the other side of the fucking line? You sacks of shit. You sacks of shit. I may have been able to just fly over that area, actually. I don't think it would have stopped me. I'll try that when I fly back. I wish we could have done more with Steel Vigil here. It looks like such a cool area. But I guess Stone Vigil would have been largely the same thing, so we kind of did. I know the Downy Avises aren't a part of this, but they had the hunt mark over their heads, so they had to die. How would I feel about an Ishgardian start for the game? If they let you join the Ishgardians? They'd have to change a lot of how the game works, but if you could start as Machinist, Dark Knight, and Astrologian, that would actually be a welcome change, I think. Make the Eastern Highlands an area that's not actually in the game. Make that like the starting area for them. Hey, can I just fly over here? I think I can. I probably can't fly towards that bridge per se, but the Sea of Clouds. See any clouds? What news, adventurer? The reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battles to come. Steps of Faith. Why not is Vector's favorite Pokemon, and you guys let him get away again? You cannot commit yourself to the siege. You should know that it is you, what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith. Oops. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danaphan's Collar. Alas, it has dispelled the barrier outmost layer. That thrice-damned witch, Iceheart, stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm into this within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge, wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask that you and your comrades to accompany our defenders to the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? Hey, the Scions! They showed up! Bridge defense, what is this, Fire Emblem? The Scions of the 7th Dawn? We cannot well stand idly by while the Horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Louisoix has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Eden and I will join the rear guard. Right. If the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them the what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray, speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the Horde. You've stood idly by this entire time. Alright guys, it is break time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on break. I trust you're ready then? Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, we're going to go on break. This is different. Okay, give me a sec. Be right back, guys.